Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal a preview clip has been released for the week of July 14, 2025. It shows John, Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, and Bridget Forrester, Ashley Jones, begin to get suspicious. Meanwhile, Grace Buckingham, Cassandra Creech, looks at her phone at a completed transaction for $1 million. Let's start off with Nick Marone, Jack Wagner, and Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang. Nick came back to woo Brooke back to him. However, she just can't seem to move past Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, even though he is currently engaged to Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig. Nick hasn't left Los Angeles yet, though. Nick tells the blonde that he's not going to let her go down that road with Ridge again. Then Nick suggests that Brooke go on a trip to Italy with him. Over at the hospital, Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, is awake. However, Grace Buckingham, Cassandra Creech, will keep pushing the risky treatment for the brain tumor. Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, is desperate to save his son and earn redemption. If Liam dies, Bill will never forgive himself and neither will anyone else. In a preview clip, Bill asks Grace if there is hope for his son. That is when Grace says there is. This is probably when she brings up the risky treatment. Liam does go into surgery again, so it seems like Grace gets her way. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for the week of July 14 reveal that the preview clip also shows that Finn is suspicious. Finn talks to Bridget about something being off and not following protocol. This is likely about Liam's second operation. If Finn and Bridget get suspicious, then they could corner Grace. Over with Grace, she sits in her office at the hospital on her phone. Grace looks down and sees a successful transfer for $1. Now what is interesting is Grace seems satisfied and even relieved. So I'm guessing that Grace is in financial trouble and likely made a deal with some shady pharmaceutical company. However, why did it have to be Liam? Does he even have a brain tumor? Could this surgery end up causing complications that make Grace regret her decision? As summer heats up in Los Angeles, so does the drama at Forrester Creations and the hospital corridors. For the week of July 14, the bold and the beautiful promises layers of secrets, shifting allegiances, emotional showdowns, and startling discoveries. At the center of it all, a suspicious doctor, a grieving family, and a mysterious transfer no one saw coming. Monday, July 14, Finn's intuition is triggered. Dr. John, Finn Finnegan, is still grappling with the emotional fallout from Liam's coma. Though relieved Liam has shown some responsiveness, Finn's medical instincts kick in as certain anomalies begin to surface in Liam's test results. While reviewing the scans, Finn spots irregularities that seem inconsistent with the initial diagnosis of a traumatic brain injury. He quietly consults Bridget Forrester, back in town for a medical symposium, and shares his concerns. The two doctors agree something doesn't quite add up. Was this truly an accident? Or has something more sinister happened to Liam? At the same time, Hope continues her bedside vigil. She's cautiously optimistic, holding on to Liam's fingers as they twitch slightly. But when she overhears Finn and Bridget talking in hushed tones, her heart drops. Could Liam's condition be more complex than anyone let on? Tuesday, July 15, Grace's transfer and mysterious motive. Grace Buckingham, usually composed and clinical, is seen in a flurry of quiet activity. She hands in paperwork, speaks to legal staff, and is seen closing her office door tightly. When Finn crosses her path and casually asks what she's working on, Grace is evasive. Later, Bridget catches wind of the activity and pushes further, only to discover that Grace has filed a secret patient transfer order, one signed off without proper clearance. But who is the patient? The answer could shake everything. Though the records are partially redacted, Bridget catches one clue. L. Spencer listed in the top right corner of a file folder. Meanwhile, Steffi confides in her mother Taylor, revealing her concern over Finn's emotional distance. Taylor warns her daughter to tread carefully. Finn may be facing something darker beneath the surface, and Steffi should be prepared for fallout she didn't expect. Luna returns to the hospital to collect some of her mother Poppy's personal items, but her visit takes a turn when she encounters Grace. Tension simmers as Luna confronts her aunt. "You always acted like you were above secrets, but now you're hiding something. What are you doing to Liam?" she accuses. Grace, thrown off, tries to deflect, telling Luna she doesn't understand medical protocol. But Luna is too sharp, too determined. What Grace doesn't realize is that Luna recorded the entire confrontation. Later, Luna shares the audio with RJ, and together they resolve to investigate further. For Luna, the truth could finally unlock the mystery of her family's strange ties to the Forresters, and potentially clear her mother's name. Thursday, July 17. Bill's growing fury and Bridget's pushback. Dollar Bill Spencer, kept out of the medical loop by request, storms into the hospital demanding updates on Liam. His rage is volcanic when he's told that someone attempted to transfer Liam without his permission. He corners Grace, barking orders and demands. But Grace, surprisingly calm, informs him that the transfer was medically justified and technically within protocol given her standing. Just then, Bridget steps in and rebukes Grace. She pulls Bill aside and tells him she suspects foul play, although she has no definitive proof yet. This lights a fire under Bill. He turns his resources toward digging into Grace Buckingham's history. What he finds in the archives of a lesser-known medical journal rattles him. A case in Boston, never prosecuted, where Grace was linked to a suspicious patient death. Now Bill isn't just angry, he's determined to expose Grace for good. Elsewhere, Finn and Bridget visit Liam's room late in the evening. As they discuss his case, Liam opens his eyes briefly, then mumbles a word. "Grace." The doctors exchange a wide-eyed glance. It's the moment that changes everything. Friday, July 18, the calm before a storm. The week ends with layers of tension settling over everyone involved. Grace is in crisis mode, sensing that the walls are closing in. She makes a cryptic call to someone from her past, asking, "Do you still have access to the files? I may need a clean slate again." Could she be preparing to disappear? Finn and Bridget agree to halt any further transfer attempts and place a protective medical hold on Liam's case. Finn privately tells Steffi that he believes someone may have intentionally interfered with Liam's care, but he's not ready to accuse anyone yet. At Forrester Creations, Hope tells her mother Brooke about Liam's brief moment of consciousness and how he uttered Grace's name. Brooke is immediately suspicious. She warns Hope to be careful and not trust anyone who's hiding things, even if they're wearing a white coat. And across town, Bill receives a call from his investigator. A voice on the other end whispers, "It wasn't an accident." Liam was silenced. And Grace, she wasn't working alone. Sheila reemerges with a new mission, and it may involve protecting someone unexpected. Taylor and Bridget join forces to challenge hospital leadership. A devastating confession from Grace leaves Finn questioning his loyalty to the institution. A secret video recording by Luna and RG threatens to blow Grace's plans apart. Key questions heading into next week. Why was Grace trying to transfer Liam so urgently? What exactly happened the night Liam collapsed? And was someone trying to end his life? How much does Luna truly know about her mother's history with Bill and the Forresters? Will Finn finally draw a line between ethics and family, especially if Grace has ties to his past? Behind the scenes, why this twist works. This week's storyline weaves multiple arcs into one gripping medical meets corporate thriller. Finn's increasing suspicion, Bridget's ethical stand, and Grace's unraveling are setting the stage for a seismic hospital scandal, something rarely done with such intensity in recent B&P storylines. It also smartly brings Bill Spencer back into a protector role, but this time his enemy isn't a villain in plain sight. It's someone trusted, respected, and operating under the guise of medical necessity. Meanwhile, Luna's subplot is perfectly timed. Her emotional intelligence and tech savviness with RG offer a fresh generational perspective, and she's emerging as more than just a love interest, she's a truth seeker. Her confrontation with Grace could be the match that ignites a firestorm. And let's not forget Liam. His awakening and cryptic utterance signals not only his survival but also his silent plea for help. If he can recover his memory, what secrets might he spill? Did he see his attacker? Or worse, was he poisoned before he ever hit his head? Final thoughts. The week of July 14 on The Bold and the Beautiful is all about hidden motives and medical mysteries. With Finn and Bridget forming a dynamic and brilliant alliance, Grace's secrets unraveling fast, and Luna and RG stepping into the spotlight, viewers are in for a whirlwind. This isn't just hospital intrigue. It's a moral battlefield, and everyone involved has something to lose. As we look ahead, one thing is clear: the truth is coming. But in Los Angeles, truth always comes at a price. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Boldy and BAUTFUL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.